Hello, darlings. You are welcome to Z Star Africa, your home of sizzling drama recaps. Today, we dive deep into Anupama ultimately sacrificing her own life for Rahi and the Katharis finally cutting ties with Gautam. Let's get into it. The episode begins with Anupama hanging Sanu, Samar's killer, over a cliff. Sanu pleads with her not to let go of his hand, begging for mercy. Anupama reminds him that because of him, her son Samar died. She says Sanu never respected law and order, so he doesn't deserve to live. Samar's soul appears and says he wants justice. He adds that because of Sanu his life ended too soon and asks Anupama to give him justice. Anupama decides to let go of Sanu's hand to avenge Samar. Sanu cries for help. Just then, Prakash calls Anupama and threatens that if anything happens to Sanu, he will kill Rahi. Anupama breaks down, crying for Rahi. Prakash tells her that Rahi was trying to collect evidence against him and that he caught her. Anupama warns him not to harm Rahi. She then saves Sanu. Sanu smugly says that as long as Prakash is there, nothing can happen to him. Anupama vows to save Rahi. Elsewhere, Ishani gets scared on seeing the police. The inspector alerts the Shah family that theft cases are increasing and advises them to be careful. Ishani sighs in relief. Devika learns that both Anupama and Rahi are in danger. Sarita finds out the truth about Prakash and decides to help Anupama and Rahi. Devika refuses to take police help. Anupama searches for Rahi. Prakash tells her that Rahi is dead, leaving Anupama shocked. He then laughs and says he was joking. Furious, Anupama confronts him for trying to blackmail her. Tadia says he warned Anupama and the other women to stay away from Prakash's matter, but they didn't listen. Prakash declares that it is necessary to show women their place. Anupama vows to destroy him. Prakash's wife confronts him for ruining so many girls' lives and pleads with him to leave Anupama and Rahi alone. Prakash slaps her and warns her to stay within her limits. He declares that this Dasra, evil will win over good. Anupama continues searching for Rahi. She prays to God to help her find her and breaks down, thinking about Rahi's situation. She asks Anuj to help her find Rahi. A peacock feather falls on Rahi's neck chain, giving Anupama a clue about her whereabouts. She calls out to Rahi, asking her to hold on. Hasmukh asks Leela what she is doing. Leela says she is praying to keep evil away from their family. She worries that something bad is going to happen. Meanwhile, Prarthana becomes anxious upon learning that Gautam has returned. She fears he might try to snatch her baby or come between her and Ansh. Ansh tries to calm her down, but Prarthana feels pain. The Katharis worry for her and ask her to relax. Prem misses Rahi and grows anxious when her picture falls down. He tries to reach out to her. Anupama continues her search and finds holes in the ground. She calls out for Rahi. Devika, Sarita, Perry, and Preet also look for Anupama and Rahi. Devika calls Prakash's wife to get information, but Prakash's men receive the call instead. Realizing the danger, Devika hangs up, saying she doesn't want to put Prakash's wife in trouble. Prakash's wife grows suspicious about the call and wonders if the dance Ranis were behind it. Anupama finds Rahi's neck chain in the forest and decides to trace her location. She spots a rope and decides to go deep inside a hole, vowing to find Rahi at any cost. She prays to God for protection. Prem feels restless and worries that Rahi might be in danger. He thinks that if anything happens to her, he will never be able to forgive himself. He calls Perry to ask about Rahi. Perry and Devika decide to tell Prem the truth. Devika then decides to go into the jungle to search for Anupama and Rahi. Anupama finally manages to find Rahi, who cries out for help. Meanwhile, Prakash and Tadia plan to kill Anupama and Rahi during Dasra, saying they won't survive this time. Anupama struggles to save Rahi. At the Kathari mansion, everyone is shocked to see Gautam. Vasundhara and Mahai bring him home. Prem and Parag react angrily, but Vasundhara stops Prem from hitting Gautam. Back in the jungle, Rahi pleads for Anupama's help. Anupama reassures her, asking her not to worry and promising to rescue her soon. Rahi asks how Anupama knew where she was. Anupama says Anuj helped locate her. Rahi mentions that her locket was near the hole. Anupama tells her that Anuj is with them in spirit and urges her not to worry. She then asks Rahi why she took such a big risk. Rahi replies that she did it for Samar's justice. Vasundhara tells the Katharis that she has brought Gautam home. Harig angrily asks her to send Gautam away, warning that he won't spare him otherwise. Anil suggests throwing Gautam out again. Harig blames Gautam for Parthana's panic attacks and criticizes Vasundhara for bringing him back. Mahi questions whether Parthana is really having panic attacks. Harig explains that Parthana cannot be well around Gautam. Prem adds that Gautam's presence is affecting both their business and Parthana's comfort. When Gautam expresses concern for Parthana and her baby, Ansh gets angry. Vasundhara, however, stands up for Gautam. Gautam apologizes, but Vasundhara insists he will not go anywhere. She says Gautam has changed and is suffering because of them. Prem retorts that if Gautam has truly changed, he should return to his own house. Harig agrees, but Vasundhara remains firm, declaring that Gautam will stay no matter what. Meanwhile, Anupama reaches Rahi and assures her that she will save her. Rahi, however, accuses Anupama of abandoning her many times before. Anupama is shocked. As it starts raining, Anupama urges Rahi to move quickly before the pit fills with water. Elsewhere, Prakash and Tadia rejoice, believing no one can save Anupama and Rahi. Prakash's wife overhears them and learns their location. When Prakash catches her, he locks her up. She pleads with him to stop, warning him to fear God. Anupama encourages Rahi to keep trying, but Rahi lashes out, accusing Anupama of caring only about her biological children and pretending to love her for Anuj's sake. Anupama breaks down and asks Rahi if she understands how a mother feels when blamed by her own child. She emotionally urges Rahi to get up and save herself. Rahi pours her heart out, reminding Anupama how she was sent away with Maya and how she always felt neglected. Anupama explains that Anu chose to stay with Maya and assures Rahi of both her and Anuj's love. She urges Rahi to come out of the pit first and argue later. The water continues to rise. Anupama finally helps Rahi out but insists that Rahi leave immediately, saying the rope cannot support both of them. She prays for Rahi's safety and asks Anuj to protect her. Rahi promises to return for her. Anupama collapses, thanking Anuj that Rahi is safe. Devika and Preet sneak into Prakash's house and learn from his wife that Anupama and Rahi are trapped in the jungle. They rush to help. Rahi tries to save Anupama. Anupama recalls her moments with Anuj and says that even death cannot separate her from him. Elsewhere, Leela is shocked to see Anupama's broken picture frame. Hasmukh grows worried and Leela prays for Anupama's safety. Struggling to breathe, Anupama prays to God to protect her children and collapses. That's a wrap, fams. See you in the next. Much love.